Hey everyone, it's BDevine and welcome to Divine Miracles. And as you know, this is the guidance for the month of February, and we are working with the angel Barakiel. And Barakiel is an innovative angel, one of these angels that gets us moving. And I'm wondering if you guys are still okay after this lunar eclipse. And it was a lunar eclipse in Leo, of course, and it really I wouldn't say messed me around, but I felt really spacey for a few days. And I know that a lot of other Leos have been the same way. And my moon sign is Aquarius, and as we're moving into Aquarius as well, it was just all a big double whammy. But I feel that this energy of completeness and releasement and healing is going to continue for this year. And we are really opening up to who we really are, what we really want to do, where our focus lies. And Barakiel is one of these angels that brings surprise into our life. It brings challenges into our life that take us on a different course of action. So where you think you might be heading, you sort of end up in a different way. And this month also is bringing the energy at its greatest height of love, obviously because we have Valentine's Day on the 14th. So for some people who aren't really interested in a relationship or anything like that, this is really focusing on yourself and you know, where you've been in the past with yourself, how you feel about yourself, what you really want to achieve for yourself, and having enough love for yourself to push forward with it. You know, I'm also going to be doing the breaking down each of the star signs for mid-February to mid-March, and I'll be doing the 12 individual star signs for you all, since you all tend to love these ones, so I don't mind doing them. And I'm hoping that once we've got what we call in Australia NBN in our area, which seems to be almost underway, then it's going to be a lot easier for me to be uploading. The way things are at the moment, we're really far from the exchange, so we get a really bad signal, and it's just been such a pain since I've moved into this area. But we're persevering, and we're doing the best we can, so don't worry, it's all going to start happening. But I want to talk with you guys about this angel and also the energies for the month of February, and I'm hoping that you will all find your balance. And if you can hear laughter in the background, that's my son, and he's playing. You know how they play online and they all get talking, and when they've got headphones on, it's like super loud. So sorry if you hear random laughter, but that's good. Oh, okay, so I've got my iPad, and on my iPad it's got all the information, of course, about Barakiel, which you can check out at my website. I've actually changed some things at my website, so it's a lot easier to navigate your way around. And you also might notice there's a text me option, so you can text chat me now through INSTANTGO, and it's really easy. The links are down below. If you just got that one quick question, or you just have something quickly you want to do, it's easier for both of us in this way too. You can also go to my website and get more in-depth readings. I'm keeping them all very low in price, so hopefully we'll be able to, you know, catch up in that way. So the innovator Archangel Barakiel, we need to be prepared for different surprises, different things, different turns of events to start happening, but also really embracing who you are and where you want to be on your journey. And not saying no to opportunities that come your way. Sometimes we get an opportunity that comes in, and we're that nervous about it that we don't proceed. We think, oh well, I'll just, you know, something else is going to come along since this already came along. The base and the crown chakra are also activated by Barakiel, so we're getting grounded while we're opening up, which is really important, because I work with so many people and so many children who, and even with myself, who are not physically present, you know, or astrally present within the physical body. And it's like, as soon as there's a trauma, you're out of there. As soon as there's something you don't like, you're out of there. And you can tell that you're out of there because you know, time just goes, you know, and you like, oh, you know, what was I doing? What was happening then? You know, kind of thing. Time just goes, and or you can't quite remember, you know, driving somewhere or being, you know you've driven somewhere, but you can't sort of remember the entire journey, or you've been off in space. You know how you daydream. That's you actually astrally leaving your body. This happens a lot because, well, as those shamans out there know, you leave your body to do a lot of shamanic work. I leave mine to go and do a lot of healing work or clearing work. And, you know, I'm all over the world, you know, doing this energy because I need to be able to see what I'm doing. So I can't be here, like all here, so I have to go off into spirit. And do it in that way. And I've sort of learned how to magnetize myself back into my body. Sometimes I like being gone, so it takes me a while to get back in. This is something, if you're having trouble with, you know, I can help you in this as well. Okay, so we are working with brachial, of course. I'm just going to show you, I hope you can see me clearly. I'm sort of in a darker spot in my room. Okay, it's because it's really hot, so when it's really hot you sort of have everything closed down. Alright, let me just give you some key points and then we'll go from there. I'm trying to, oh no, okay, no, I've still got it. I'm trying to do this over here so I'm not distracted. Okay, let me see. Okay, so the key points for February: love, growth, what have I written? I can't even read it. New beginnings, new people, animals, because brachial works with healing with animals too. Creative energy, new directions in your life, releasing from past problems. That's huge, and that's what a lot of us should have done with the full moon thing. And good surprises too, you know, so it's not like, I mean, of course some of us are going to have things that we don't want to hear, and that is just life, okay? But we're focusing, once we start focusing on good things coming, and things changing and direction changing, then that's what we're starting to vibrate. When we vibrate at the right level with our thoughts, our actions, our emotions, all vibrating on one level, then that's what we're bringing in. So we've got to be careful that we're not vibrating in the lower stuff, which is worry and concern and dread and all these, you know, tight feelings that we get inside. That just means that we're just creating more of this too, okay? But love is very important. Some people are going to find the right person this month. They're going to deepen their relationship, but also find themselves. And if you can find yourself and you can really get to know who you are, then you're going to really like who you are, then you're going to attract someone into your life that has done a lot of work, has sorted out themselves and where they're going and what they're doing and what they want to achieve. They're strong, they're independent, you know, they've got all of those things because that's where you're at, okay? So there are some people who aren't interested in love whatsoever or focusing on love because they're too driven with what they want to do in their life, you know. And even if something wonderful came along, it's like not going to be the right timing, you know, for a lot of people. But be open to the opportunities of giving and receiving love too. And even if that just means that you're receiving blessings and love from the universe towards you, you know, which is awesome because it spurs you into action and gets you moving, okay? Growth is the other key point, and this is where we're at. You know, we're sick of the same old crap, we're sick of the same issues, we're sick of the same worries and concerns, we're sick of the same negative people around us, and this is a growth within, okay? Maybe it's come overnight, maybe you've been working on it. Whatever growth you're working on is working for you and with you, okay? And this means you're going to be with people or surrounded by people, or if you want that are on that same wavelength. And I often talk about this, and some people say, I haven't found, you know, my tribe yet. This is your tribe. Divine Miracles, this is your tribe. All these people that come here, we're all on the same wavelength, or we wouldn't be watching, okay? We're all together on this. So maybe if you can't find people that resonate with you, try my Divine Miracles community, you know. and the links are below here. That's all free to join. You can start your own forum, you can start your own little section, you can start whatever you want in there, and get to know people, share photos, and it's like a little Facebook thing, but it's all for spiritual people, you know, coming together. So a lot of people have met people through there. So this growth in yourself is very important, and the energies of this year, it's like suddenly, boom, you know, push, push, push. This is happening. This is happening. This is happening. It's like awesome, you know. We've had all this past where, you know, everything was just all over the place, and people were stuck, and people were going through grief and going through loss and terrible events going on. And now we just say like, okay, that's happened, I'm ready, you know, and this in itself is growth too. And what a lot of people are going to find is a connection with children, and a connection with maybe your own children after a really long time, in a different way, you know, because we're all going through changes and growth too, you know. New beginnings and new people coming into our life. These are two of the other key points. Keep on focusing on new beginnings. They say you could light a silver candle and create this as a new beginning candle, you know. So each time you want something to start, light the thing. I need a new beginning, you know. But another practice, and this is something that will teach you to really learn or embrace your spiritual side, is to imagine yourself lighting candles. You know, like, okay, I need to light a silver candle. You've got your eyes closed, you can see yourself doing it. If you can imagine yourself doing things, then you're going to expand your psychic abilities, okay? And you work on this, and this will help you with distant healing, with visualizing loved ones. All of this, it comes from using your imagination, using your mind, using the right side of your brain, okay? And asking for deep healing to happen in your imaginative side of the brain, in the right side of your brain. Deep healing to take place here, to lift away any stagnant energy so that you can start to see clearly. And you know, and then when you start seeing clearly, you'll feel clearly, you'll be able to speak clearly as well. You know, but practice all the things that you're thinking. Practice if you're trying to learn tarot, for example. Imagine in your mind laying out cards, you know. Don't have to actually do them. And this will be a way in which you can trigger not only your abilities, but your memory as well. New people. Okay, so we go on to new beginnings, new ways of doing things. New people come if we want them. Okay, because you're going to have a different feeling about yourself now. You're going to be like, well, you know, I'm quite happy in my own skin, and that's cool. You know, many people are not going out as much and doing as much as they were, like to try to fill up all their time with people. You know, some people are just sitting back home a little bit more and chilling out, okay? Other people for the first time are starting to go out and do things, you know, maybe like that they haven't done before either, you know. Or you're just feeling different within yourself, and you don't know where it's taking you, okay? Animals are important as well. You're going to notice the animals a little bit more around you, your totem animal as well, working with healing with animals too. Many people are doing this. I've got, you know, you can work with crystals with animals, they really respond. But the most thing that an animal will respond to from you is what they're always giving, and that's that unconditional love and calm. Like if you can really center yourself and calm yourself around any animal, they will pick up on that and they'll say, okay, this person is calm. I mean, wild animals and things like that, I don't even have any experience with them, but I'm sure that if you put out a calming, you know, just this calming feeling, it'd be better than a fearful feeling, you know, because animals like to be bossed, don't they? So they probably think, oh, okay, this one's a weak one, we can just grab her. Do you know what I mean? But you'll notice animals needing you more, responding to you more on a telepathic level. This is how they hear you. If you're trying to train animals, I used to train my horse to sit down and drink water out of a cup. And it was because I imagined in my mind the horse doing this, like the horse, like I could see the horse, I could see me holding the cup, I could see him drinking out of this cup, you know. And it was, I don't know why, I was like 13, come on. I wanted to see if my horse could pick up what I was thinking. And I'll never forget, like, I thought, right, I need to have it all right in my head. I'm going to imagine him doing it. I'm going to imagine him sitting there taking this drink, and his face and everything like this. And I remember when I sat there with him and I said to him, look, I'm going to do this thing with you. I'm going to tell you what to do in my head. And I remember him just sort of looking at me and chewing, you know. When he was bored, he'd do that, you know, that whole chew with with the bottom lip. Anyway, and I said, you know, this is what I'm going to do. So I closed my eyes and did it. And I remember when I opened my eyes and looked at him, his eyes were open like that, like he could, you know, he did understand what I was thinking, you know. And I'm like, this really works. I read it in some book, like a really old book about how to train your horse to do all these tricks and all this. And it was taking a snapshot in your head, and you know that's what the animal reads, was that snapshot. Okay, so if before you ever go for a ride on a horse or something and you're picturing the horse taking off and, you know, throwing you off, that's what it picks up. Oh, that's what you want me to do. Okay, cool, that's fun. Do you know what I mean? So try it with your cats and your dogs. I try it with my cat. Does it all the time now. I take a snapshot and then I send them the snapshot, and it's amazing what their little faces do. Like if you do it with a dog, their ears will they're just like, wow, really listening. You can say their name, imagine their name written on a piece of paper, and take a snapshot in your brain of that and send that to them, and they're like, you'll be amazed. Okay, just try it. Okay, it takes a bit of practice for both of you, but you'll notice that they're tuning in. Okay, and so there's a big story. Anyway, creative energy. A lot of you are going to want to draw and write and, you know, focus. And I've been getting the message to keep on writing and doing more things, trusting that everything will fall into place. New directions, you know, and I've been feeling this need to go into a new direction, but not quite sure what it is. So maybe this is the month where everything falls into place. Oh, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I try not to worry about where my journey's taking me or what the heck I'm doing. I just try to focus on myself and how I'm feeling and, you know, what I'm thinking within myself, making sure that's on par, and then everything else will fall into place too. Good one here, releasing of past problems. Okay, so with that, a lot of things have been triggered last year, especially after August last year, towards the end of the year. You know, we were getting triggered emotionally, we were getting tested, we were getting shown things that we might have once dreamed of, and then we were finding our way, like, no, that's not what I really want anymore. You know, there were family crap going on, and, you know, there were friends that were falling away. We've been through it all, right? So now we can't keep on circling it in our head anymore, okay? And you know what I mean when I'm saying that. It's it's those times when you, obviously no one's around, and you're thinking stuff. You might be going for a drive and you're thinking stuff, and sometimes a part of you can get irritated when you think of someone from your past or something that happened. You know, you might get irritated, you might still get angry. Those are the things that we need to release from, because no one's worth you getting upset over at all. No one's worth you giving away part of yourself, your power. It's time that we call all of our power back to us. So say, I now call all of my power back to me in all directions of time. I'm sick of this, and I'm sick of worrying about that, and I'm asking that the universe take care of it. I'm not going to deal with it anymore. I'm only going to deal with myself. Yes, I've got things I need to do and responsibilities, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to focus on where I'm going. I'm calling all the power back to me. You want to say it 3 times, and it creates a real magical flow within you. Anything that you ask for 3 times creates an enchantment. That is how it works. That's what I've always been taught. And you can create an enchantment around anything that you want. You know, it just means it just has stronger, more powerful, magical energy around it too. Okay? Call all the power back to yourself. Because something that I've taught people is, as soon as you connect with someone, you always connect on the solar plexus level. All these other levels might get involved, but the solar plexus level, your power center, you connect with someone straight away. If you've got someone who's nutty around you, they're going to definitely go for your solar plexus, okay? And you start feeling drained and all of this. So when someone connects with you on any level, right, that happens, this transference happens, right? So then they're going off and they're meeting other people, okay, and they're doing other things and taking part of you with them. And then that part of you is going with the next person and the next person. And before you know it, you're all around the world, energetically speaking, okay, being entangled into someone else's mess. This is why I say, try not to focus on anyone that's upset you or really annoyed you or really betrayed you or really done something wrong. Don't let it irritate you anymore, because that's just sending them more power. You're just sending it straight to them. And I know you don't want to do that, because you may not like the person, so you don't want to give them anything more of yourself. So cut these ties in all directions of time. Call all your power back to yourself. It's a very powerful thing to do. And you may not realize just how much of you was missing until you bring it all back in. On a shamanic level, they go off into the different levels, different parts of, you know, the spirit world, and they bring back the pieces of the soul to you, okay? You may ask for this to happen to you as well. Where's all my missing pieces? Because this year you really want to be complete, you know? And you don't know what it's like to be complete, because all of your life you've just given of yourself everywhere else, you know? And especially when you've been in like love or romantic relationship or something, if you've got exes and all of that, you definitely want to get all your power back from there. And you want to close down that cord that attached you. So if you had a sexual relationship with someone, unfortunately that doesn't die. However, you can switch off, you can deactivate that cord. So maybe that's something you want to say as well. I want to deactivate any cords that are still active with anyone that I've ever been with in the past. That, you know, really helps to empower you as well, you know. We need to release this, and it's easy to do if you don't overthink it all, okay? And this is something that I got taught during my spiritual journey, is keep everything simple. Don't make everything into this big, massive thing. As soon as you've said something, you've done it. So don't keep on going, I wonder if it happened, or I wonder if it worked, or I wonder how it's going to work, or blah, 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 because you're just keeping yourself all attached to that crap, you know. When people talk about belief, and I don't know how to believe, or I don't know how to have faith, or I don't know how to have hope, try not to think about it all, you know, too much. Just be and do the work. You know, that's why I call, you know, my name's Becky, and Devine is my last name, and it is spelt that way. BDevine was put in place not just as a shortener to my name, but as a way of being. You know, it was a way of reminding not only myself but everybody that we are divine. We need to be it, we need to act it. And that means non-judgment, and that means not caring what other people bloody think of you, you know, because that in itself, this comparison problem that we have, and this, oh, what will they think and what will they say, it stops so many people. It's not even funny, you know. It stops you faster than you can blink from where you want to go. And, you know, if you're going to make it, if you're going to be successful in anything that you do, the opinions of other people cannot enter into your mind, because there is never going to be 100% of people who love you and like you. That's just not going to happen. What is going to happen is, if you let it stop you, you know, you'll just always go backwards, backwards, backwards. So you can't care about people who are worrying about you, is what I'm trying to say. You know, you can't let it consume your mind. This works with when you're trying to lose weight, or you're trying to look better, or you're trying something new, successful business. If you're comparing yourself to other businesses, You're failing before you've even started, you know. And people ask me, how do you not care? How do you, how do you do this? How do you get confident in yourself? And how do you not care about what other people are doing? And I learned from experience that if I did care, I would be distracted. I would be worried. I would be going into that lower energy. Okay? Do I worry about what other people are doing? No. And that took me some time. Okay? And the way that I did that was I just kept focusing on myself. I didn't watch other people, what they were doing. I didn't look at other pages. I just kept on focusing on being unique, being myself. I fell in love with me, I fell in love with what I was doing. I fell in love with helping people and doing what I've always wanted to do without feeling like I need to be up here, or I need to be bigger, or I need to have more money or anything like that. I just focused on the service, and that's what I do. And I feel that because of that, all the rest of the things that I've always dreamed of will come into place as well, without feeling like it has to be like in other words, not feeling like I have to match someone else's journey, because that's impossible. Takes a bit of time. You might have to ask yourself, even, because all through growing up and everything like that, I was told all kinds of things about myself, hopeless, useless, never going to make it, never going to be anything. And to me, that just made me say, yeah, you think? Watch this space. Whereas other people would go really into depression over that because somehow they believe it. I can't understand how you could believe it, but they've believed it in some way. Maybe it's been proven. Maybe the way other people have treated you has showed you that whatever they've said must be right. But I don't think that either, because, I've been shown all these things too. I've been treated in all these different ways as well. And you could think, well, it must be my fault. But no, it's not, because you know where your heart lies. You know where your integrity is. You know what you're trying to do. You're not trying to hurt anybody. You're just trying to live. So how could that possibly be all of these things? It can't. We either believe the labels that other people give us, or we really give them, flip them a bird in our mind and just go, this is what I'm doing. And I don't really care what anyone else has to say about it, And there could be 1,000 things that come up in your mind as you're going through your journey, and it's whether you let it get anywhere near you or not, and you can succeed. The most successful people, I've said this before, the most successful people never give up. They never give up. 80% of billionaires never even went to uni, or to university, to school, to college, to anything. They just focused on what they wanted to do, and they didn't give a crap what other people were doing, thinking, saying, oh, that won't work, or this, whoosh, it's gone. It's like, this is what I'm doing, and I know how to succeed, and I'm going to do it. Doesn't that give you some kind of, hope? How many times people rejected Albert Einstein? How many times people, looked at Tesla and was like, what a loon. And he had it right all along, you know what I mean? Never gave up, never gave up. So don't give up on yourself, okay? Other people might give up on you. Other people might think you're a weirdo. Other people might think whatever they think. Do we care? No. Are you going to inspire these people? Because by being yourself and doing what you're doing, and living your path and doing your best to help other people, what's happening is people that are really going through that really hard time that you went through and are not feeling confident in themselves and are getting abused by everybody, they will see you as someone who got through the crap and is shining, That's how they see you. So they feel that spark of hope because of you. You may not think you're affecting anybody in your life, but you're doing way more than you think. People are looking at you for guidance, because if you can do it, anyone can do it. And I really hope that, that's something else that people look at me for, is say, well, if she can do it, anybody can do it, And people who know me and know my history and know what's happened would be like, yeah, God, If anyone should have been in, you know, in some kind of doped up for the rest of your life, in strapped to a bed, it should have been me. You know, but I know this. Like, I know everything was sent in my life to stop me from sharing with you all, you know. And I hope that you all will forget about the opinions of sheep, you know, and just start being yourself and focus on yourself and falling in love with who you are. And with that, the inner light just starts coming out. You start to change. You look better. You look younger and younger and younger over time. You know, everything starts to fall into place. You start feeling inspired to exercise or whatever it is that you need to do. You start feeling grounded. You know, everything happens to you when you believe in yourself. Okay, that's perfect. Yeah, and Barachiel's also bringing in those good surprises too. So if you're starting off with something and you're trying to figure something out, look for the positive in it all. There's all these good surprises coming through. So I want to read to you the message from Barachiel, which is written at my website, of course. And I'll just pull my, I know this is going to bring a bit of bright light, but okay, message from Barachiel. Greetings to all of you. I'm sending large waves of love to you all as you embark on a journey of discovery and enlightenment like never before. Okay, this is us. We're doing it. It is time for you to emerge in all of your glory and not allow the pain and betrayal of the past to continue to hinder your progress. Boom, right? You've each been attuned by the super full moon, which is going to bring growth in all areas of your life and push you into new territory. Some of you will be inspired to be with new people and develop new relationships that will catapult your quality of life, and your current work will also benefit. You may even decide it's time for you to begin to, or change your current work to being more independent for you. Luck and good fortune will be with you, but you must choose to be this way and have great expectations of yourself. Okay, forget the haters. I'm telling you, don't let it ruin your life. Be sure that you are grateful for yourself and your journey so far, as well as we will bring more into your life to be grateful for as you begin to shift more into this energy of abundance and out of the energy of lack. Okay? Above all else, love yourself and cherish who you are. You are each a magnificent light on the earth, and as you shine, the whole world shines and glows with you too. We angels are so proud of you always. Be patient but optimistic as you move forward into the new. With eternal love, I am Barachiel. Okay? So be grateful for yourself and your journey so far. Forget all the opinions of these other people and all of this crap that you've always dealt with, that you've always carried around. Take one day at a time and say to yourself, you know, there's nothing that's going to judge me. I do a good enough job of that myself. Okay? And I'm not doing it to myself anymore. I'm going to get to know myself. And I'm going to push away anything that tells me that I'm stupid, or I'm hopeless, or I'm useless, or I'm ugly, or I'm fat, or whatever it is I am. I'm going to push whatever that stuff is away from me, and I'm going to send it love. Okay, so whatever it is that's held you back, we're going to send that love, and we send a pink light to it. Okay, all the parts of yourself that you've rejected, we're now going to accept back within our being with love. We're not going to let anyone tear us down anymore, because this is so important for this year. Well, for all the time, you know. But you're going to have that momentum to move forward this year. You're going to have that strength, you know, that maybe you've been looking for. There's going to be amazing healings going on here. There's going to be people that are starting to use their skills and come out and show everybody what they can do. There are going to be people who are giving up addictions and problems and, you know, wondering why they even was doing this in the first place, because it's going to be the easiest time that in a long time to be able to do this. Okay, there's going to be more people sharing on YouTube and Facebook and platforms like this. People are getting justice, like they've had so many things happen wrong, and suddenly they're getting the justice. They're getting their light. They're getting their time to shine. You know, we can't understand how other people think. We can't understand how they feel about things. We don't understand why we've been treated the way we've been treated in life. Maybe for some of you in family. For some of you, you might be like me and you stand alone in your family, you know. And I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, I still think about my family members, of course, and I send them love always. But I am happy to have my journey in peace now. Before I was always looking for them, you know, are you proud of me? Have you seen what I've done? Now it's like, no, it doesn't matter to me anything that anyone's got to say. All that matters is that I just keep putting one foot in front of the other every day and do the best that I can in that day, you know. That's all anyone can do. So I really hope that this message has helped you. This is a great month for us. This year is going to be awesome if we want it to be, if we let it be. Go and do things you've always wanted to do. Go for that drive in the evening instead of saying, oh no, you know, I'll just stay home. Go out when your friends are inviting you out and have a great time. Let your hair down, you know. Do the things that you have been wanting to do for a really long time, you know, and open yourself up to your abilities. Talk to your animals telepathically. Try it. I really want to hear from you guys how you've done with that snapshot way of talking to your animals. And in this way, they may send you a snapshot back of what's wrong, if there's something wrong with them too. You'll just start to pick it up, which is where your medical intuition will start coming involved. And, you know, I want to teach that in person. I want to be able to, this is what I want to do. I want to be able to go around the world and see the people that really need help and not have to worry about paying any money. I just want to be able to go around and see all the people that I need to see, that have been waiting to see me, that have called out to me because I feel it, you know. And I'd just love to go there and do what I can to help you. I'm waiting on the, you know, maybe I need to start some kind of Kickstart program or something like that. Maybe if some of you know how that happens, how to do it, so that the funding's there, so I don't have to charge anybody. I can speak and none of you have to pay. All of this kind of stuff. This is where I want to go, so that the most important places of the world are touched. And I'm not shut down, you know, by stupid finances or whatever, you know. So maybe this is what I'm saying to you guys. If you know how to start that, whatever it is, GoFundMe or Kickstart or something like that, then that's what I'm pledging. That I want to come around the world and see the people who really need it and speak so nobody has to pay, okay? Anyway, I look forward to this month and talking with you all. And you know, maybe you want something more in depth. Of course, all my links are below. There's a donate link below too if you want space clearing and attunement or some distant healing. It's all done by donation. And also you can text chat me now as well, and the links are below down there. So thank you for listening. I'm going to hurry up and get this uploaded. But until the next time, wishing every happiness to all of you, and goodbye for now. Bye.